And welcome back to Slick Picks. This is episode 17. Today is Tuesday, December the 22nd. This is for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I want to start off by saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays, whatever holiday you may celebrate. Hopefully, you get to spend time with your family this year and enjoy. We've got some sports lined up for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Should be a good watching day. Just sitting on the couch, watching some football, some basketball, and hopefully making some money. Last episode, we went 10-6-1, up 4.52 units. That brought our week total to 15-13-1, plus 0.65 units. If we didn't have an awful Wednesday episode, we'd be looking pretty good. That brings our year total to 87-97-1, up 58.05 units. That one came from the hammer pick. It pushed. It ended at 3. So not much we can do there. I saw the line. I think it ended at like 2.5. So we would have hit it there. But 3, we missed it. We've got some NBA action. Actually missed Monday episode because it was supposed to be an NBA preview looking at futures, but some things just fell apart and we missed the episode. But we're going to ramp up production here soon. 2021 is going to be huge for this show. Got a lot of stuff coming in to benefit the quality of the show and make sure we're getting a good product out. That being said, we have a couple NBA futures that I just quickly want to go over before the NBA season starts. I've got Bucks NBA champions at plus 550. Put 1 unit on that. I got Luka as MVP. He was the favorite at plus 410. Put 1 unit on that. Got Miami Heat to win the East at plus 600. Just threw a unit on that because it's really good odds. Miami gets hot and makes a run in the playoffs. Maybe they can beat Milwaukee. Plus 600, worth a shot. Speaking of Miami, I put 1 on Jimmy Butler to win the MVP at plus 5,500. $5 to win $275, I believe, or $245. I posted that on my Twitter. So just a long shot. We might look like geniuses, might look like idiots. No way of knowing. Not a big future guy. I want to get into futures a little bit more. I think I'm going to add a future page to the website. The only other futures that I have, I think I did Texas A&M to win the college football championship at plus 4,000, 40,000. And I put a unit on Washington to win the NFC East when it was at like 260. So those are the ones that we're riding right now. So we'll add these 4 futures for the NBA season and see where we end up. We do have a game on Christmas. We got the Vikings at the Saints. The Saints are a 7-point favorite. Over under is set at 51.5. Minnesota is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5. They have gone over in 6 of their last 9. New Orleans is 5-1-1 against the spread in their last 6. They have gone under 5 of their last 7. Drew Brees didn't look great against the Chiefs, but the Saints defense looked really good against the Chiefs. They contained Patrick Mahomes pretty much the whole day. I do think it was a little bit more dominant win for Kansas City than it looked on the scoreboard. New Orleans just really struggled to get any offense going. Luckily for them, they are facing the Minnesota defense, and I just think New Orleans' defense is going to be way too much for Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook, especially the way that they were containing the run game on Sunday against the Chiefs. 7's a big number. Minnesota's a gritty team. You rarely see them get blown out. They usually play pretty close. This is a game that New Orleans really has to win, has to get back on schedule. It is in New Orleans. I would lean towards the Saints points, and I'd go under on this just because we're seeing New Orleans struggle to score points, and I think their defense is really going to hold Kirk Cousins in check. He's not going to have a lot of time to throw the ball, not going to have the running option, I don't think. So I would go Saints points and the under. And that's our only NFL game for this episode. Don't have a Thursday night game, but we have a Friday game. So that'll be weird. But we'll be able to enjoy a little bit of football on Christmas. Moving into the card, just want to preview what we're looking at on NBA this year. So I'm not super educated in NBA. Basically, what we want to look at is the COVID situation, and we want to look at teams coming back from road trips and short turnarounds. And that's what we want to look at in points. Obviously, it's the first week of the season, so we'll be able to feel out what we want to bet and what we don't want to bet, what teams we like, what teams we don't like. I would urge in all basketball, we've seen this burn me a little bit here lately. Stay away from the money line. Stick with the points, just because in basketball, especially in the NBA, 15 points can swing back and forth, no problem. You're not going to see huge spreads in the NBA. Stay away from money lines. Anybody can win as long as they're within the number. We're winners. So make sure we're being smart and just looking at not so much the team matchup, but what they're coming off of the last game. If they played a physical close game, if they played last night, or if they've had 4 days off. That's something you want to look at. Getting into the card, we got a little bit of college basketball. We got Tennessee against USC upstate. Minus 31.5, minus 108, 1 unit. Tennessee is just playing absolutely lockdown basketball. Scored 100 points in their last 2 games straight. Held their opponents to under 60. So you're going to see more of the same, like they did to Appalachian State and like they did to, I forget who they played the other day, but they completely shut them down. USC upstate, never heard of them, but I can imagine they're not a great team and they're not going to score a lot of points against this Tennessee defense. 31.5, I like it. We got Villanova versus Marquette. Villanova is a 4.5 point favorite, sitting at minus 104. I just really like the price on this. Marquette's playing good here lately, but I think Villanova's overall the better team. 4.5 points, that's close enough to where I like it, especially at minus 104. As long as we don't have an upset here, I like that pick. Moving on to some bowl games, we've got Hawaii versus Houston. Hawaii is a 10.5 point underdog. Sitting at minus 106. Hawaii scores a lot of points. As for bowl season in college football this year, it's going to be a toss-up every single game. I like the price on this at minus 106, and I like Hawaii to score a lot of points. So I think they'll be able to keep it within 11 points, and we'll be able to get a winner. We've got my favorite team in college football, Buffalo, minus 3.5 versus Marshall. And Marshall's my least favorite team in college football. They burnt me twice. Buffalo, I think I've won every single Buffalo. No, I take that back. They didn't hit the over in the MAC championship game. So maybe I don't like Buffalo either. I like Buffalo. They're going to score a lot of points. 3.5 points. That's nothing. I like Buffalo here by a touchdown. Moving into some NBA, we got Russell Westbrook's first game with the Wizards against the Sixers. I just feel like the Sixers let everybody down. They got, I wouldn't say they have high expectations, but got a lot of turmoil in the team. Is Ben Simmons staying? Is Ben Simmons going? Is Harden coming, or is he not? 7.5 points here. I like it. I mean, even I said to stay away from the money line, but maybe sprinkle a little bit on the Wizards money line here. Minus 110. Next, we got the Heat versus the Pelicans. I really like the Heat this year. I think Jimmy Butler is going to have a great year. Kind of build off of what they did in the bubble last year. They're 5.5 point favorites versus the Pelicans. I'm going to take them there at minus 110. Then moving on to the Friday Christmas NFL game. I took the Saints points. Like I said, I think they're going to hold the Vikings to under 14 points. And I can see the Saints scoring 21, 24, 28 points. So I think a touchdown is pretty safe. If you can get it at 7.5 and get a better price on it, 7 was minus 115. So I think we're about to go up a little bit. I like 7.5 also. 1 unit on that. So that's our card for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll see you on Friday night, Christmas, and we look forward to a big weekend in NFL. Lots of games with a lot on the line. So we should see some good lines and some good bets. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Friday night.